This is News Now. I'm your host, Joanna Juvelis. Joining us today is Christopher McClure, the town's new Chief Innovation Officer. Welcome, Chris.
Thank you, Joanna. Happy to be here.
Yeah. So, Chris, I know you started your role in August, which is, not too long ago. How's it been going?
Great, great. A
Yeah.
lot of support. I'm very excited. The warm reception we've had from all the departments, from the select board to the town administrator's office. Belmont has definitely prioritized and put their support behind using IT to innovate. We've got
Yeah.
some exciting ideas, some already in the works, some queued up for fiscal year 25. Um,
Exciting.
it's
What,
exciting in that it is a new role, the Chief Innovation Officer. That was something that I felt strongly about, really to recognize the expanded role and focus on IT in Belmont, and really looking at IT as a catalyst, as a change agent, right?
Mm.
Townwide, and not that something that's focused strictly on what you might consider traditional, right? IT. I mean, that's obviously important, and cybersecurity, and like hardware and software and infrastructure, and all of those things remain vital, but recognizing our role and the support we provide, website in particular, but
Yeah.
software
Mhm.
packages for other departments, and looking at how technology can really help improve, functionality for everyone in Belmont.
Well, we're very excited to have you on board. And speaking of websites, you mentioned that that is definitely something that I know that you've been working on. And in fact, the town of Belmont has a new website. If anybody's gone to the town of Belmont webpage, you might notice it's different than the old webpage. So why don't you tell me a little bit about that? When did this change occur? How long has it been in the works? And then you can kind of walk us through the new website.
Yeah, so I came in at the tail end of a larger project that was led by the website committee, and they had done a great job getting us to this point. Um, Understanding the history, I think there's been a desire for a while now to revitalize, refresh Belmont's website. Um, Websites are sort of evolve, and so I mean, looking at the history, um, the prior website was a sort of a holdover from a few different companies. So
Mhm.
in New England, there was a company called Virtual Town Hall that really had the lion's share of municipal websites. Um, at one point, they were acquired by Civic Plus, who's the current web provider. And then there's been a push recently to sort of take those more legacy websites from the virtual town hall, time to get those modernized and updated to the new Civic Plus platform. So the town, within the last 2 years, basically looked at the existing website. They did an RFP. As a result of that, they selected Civic Plus, who again has a pretty strong market share in Massachusetts and New England
Mhm.
in the website management for municipalities. And as part of that, worked on a redesign, worked on content migration, um, taking advantage of some of the new functionality, and moving over. We decided as part of that committee, and with me coming on board, we made a last push in the fall to get it ready. We did a soft launch in December for the website to sort of turn it on, and work through some of the normal growing pains that come with turning on a new site. We've been feeling pretty comfortable with that for the last month or so, and now we're ready to have our formal launch and talking to you today. One of the first to
Yeah,
formally and officially take a look at the new site. So I'd be happy
sure.
to get into, I think, some of
Yeah,
the
let's
changes and yeah.
yeah, why don't you share your screen and you can walk our viewers through what the new website looks like and
Absolutely.
cool features.
So the web address remains the same. So it's still, please visit us at belmont-ma.gov.
Right.
Um, we are working on getting the Google indexing and all that updated. It's catching up. But with the new website, there may be some links that take a bit to get updated as Google continues to crawl and search.
Mm.
Um, but so again, belmont-ma.gov, please visit it. One of the new initiatives that we are working for the fiscal year 25 budget is the addition of a part-time web and social media coordinator position, because we feel strongly that it's one thing to have a revitalized website and one thing to have this redesign and have the website be a little more streamlined and easy to use. But the real key to maintaining a good website is adding some ownership over that and adding that continued investment to make sure that it stays up to date, that we continue to evolve. And I strongly really want to see Belmont have a more robust social media presence. So we're looking at adding some social media engagement so that it becomes more of an engaged conversation as opposed to, sort of a one-way experience with the website. So
Oh,
that being said, the first thing you'll notice when you come to the new website is it looks different. I think it is a much cleaner, very friendly interface. It is much more mobile responsive now, so you'll find that it'll interact better if you are using it on a mobile device or a cell phone. It also has much better accessibility. So Civic Plus did a good job of going through and making sure that it meets all the accessibility requirements. So it's more screen reader friendly and has a lot more accessibility options as part of it. We'll get into some of the new functionality, but I think one of the biggest improvements that people are going to see is the way that the search works. I know there was some frustration about the way that the search on the prior website. Um, so if you were to just come in and do a search. So right off the bat, it's going to give you, I think, better results when you're searching the native site within itself. One of the really cool new things on the new site is the ability to refine your search. So there is now an advanced search, so you can actually sort by different content types. So I can search for just documents now, for example. There's a whole new document center. So all documents can be stored in one place. I can search just the agendas. I can search, right, the calendar. I can search just web pages. So I can really refine that search. I can actually narrow or do sort of more of a Boolean search piece. We're excited about that. The other piece that we're experimenting with, and we have some plans for this in the future, potentially looking at like a chat bot or some more federated type searching. Um, but we've built a Google custom search. So this actually uses Google's search engine to search across the Belmont website. This is available on the search page on the town site. There's a Google search link from there. And then the cool thing about this is searching across all Belmont websites. So the town website, which now includes the police department, fire department, and public works all under one site. So that native search is going to work much better having those under one umbrella now. But it's also going to search the schools, the Belmont Public Library, Belmont Light, Belmont Media, the Beach Street Senior Center, the Recreation Department. So you can search across all of those Belmont sites in one place. We do have some plans to look at bringing the Recreation Department and the Senior Center into the town site at some point as well. It also gives you the ability then to actually search for, just documents, to search in the agenda center and our archive center all in one place. So again, Google is updating its indexing, so it may take a bit for Google to crawl and find all the new pages and let some of the old pages fall away. But we're excited to let people use this as a tool to search across all Belmont websites.
exciting. And it seems fairly easy to use.
Yeah, and another
And
feature, and I think showing our commitment to keeping this the site updated, um, is we now have the option. We've added a new page here called Connect that you can access in a few different places. So this gives you a central page to access all of our email subscriptions, news and announcements, meeting agendas, right? Calendar events, job openings, our growing social media presence, meetings on Belmont Media, our staff department directory. And we'll get into some of those specific aspects in a moment. And we are building more of these, right, landing sort of resource pages to make the site easier as part of its evolution. But we've added this report website issues and request form so that as people browse the new website, if there's a broken link, if there's some information that needs to be updated, or if simply you'd like to see something added or you put in a feature request, this actually will create a ticket for the IT department for us to look and help to continually improve the website. Obviously, with the addition of a web and social media person, this would get enhanced. And this again just represents that commitment to making sure that the website continues to evolve and continues to improve over time. Um, One of the sort of expectation management messages that we've put out there is, the old website was the end of a runway. I think we had taken it as far as it could go. There really wasn't much room to grow with the old website. The new website is at the beginning now of a long runway. There's a lot of new functionality and features, and there's a lot of room for us to grow. But that being said, only being a month or so into the new website, we're really at the beginning of this new runway and this new journey with the website. So we where it is today was where it will be further along a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, as we continue to put those resources. So we really are excited to work with people to take advantage of the new capabilities of the website and really to push it into the future.
And how does someone go to that page you had just shown
Yeah,
us?
so from
Back?
the home page and from any page, you have these buttons for sort of major areas of the site. So there's an option here to connect. And then from there, there's different ways of connecting and getting in touch with us, including the report website issue button there.
And can you tell me a little bit about the team that you worked on with this? There was a team of volunteers, am I right? A town committee for the website?
Yeah, so there was James Gowdy from the town administrator's office participated. Jennifer Hewitt, the assistant town administrator. Um, Matt Haskell with the DPW was pretty involved in it, and there were also some resident um, participants on the committee and some committee um, participation over that time. The composition, changed at different times, but they were instrumental in working on the design, on sort of working on the content migration priorities and doing some of the initial training.
Now, what's the feedback you've received so far?
Um, Generally positive. I think people generally like the new look and feel, the simplified navigation, the standards. We have been able to be responsive to the sort of initial, sort of testing and reports that came in. And we, we're excited to continue to take advantage of that. So the feedback so far, I think, has been generally positive. And we look forward to continuing to work with people to make it even better.
What would you say it is about it was about the old website that people did not like about the old website?
A little bit of speculation, I guess, in terms of the fact that I've only been here since August, but I mean, I think in some ways it showed its age, right? So it was based on a platform that was really a legacy platform um, that needed a refresh. There was a lack of a centralized document, right, center, for example, so documents weren't as well organized. The search, I think, functionality was limited. I think in some ways, the website was just it wasn't as mobile responsive. It wasn't as accessible. Um, and in some cases, I think it had not been updated, as regularly as was recommended updating it now. Um, So I think those are some of the major areas, but the search I think was really the pain point with the old website. So having an improved search and having this Google search, I think is going to be a huge improvement.
How would you say Belmont's website compares to other towns' websites?
Um, well, where ours is the best. Of course, no. Um, again, Civic Plus is a leader in municipal websites. I think we have had the advantage of not going first in some of these right migrations. So Civic Plus has had the opportunity now to upgrade and migrate a lot of websites to this newer platform. So I think we're the beneficiaries of that experience. Both from a design standpoint and just a migration standpoint. So I think from a platform standpoint, we are certainly right as good or better as most municipal websites in the state right now on this platform. And I do think where we'll continue to differentiate ourselves is our ongoing commitment to keeping the content up to date and to continue innovation on the website, especially with the addition of a dedicated staff person with some ownership over the website.
Yes. Now, as far as social media goes, does Belmont have a Facebook page? Is there a link to Belmont's Facebook page on this new website?
So under the Connect page, there is a follow us on social media link that sort of lists all of the existing social media accounts. I know the police and fire department are fairly active on
Yes.
social media now. The town is not so much. Um, and our goal is, again, to really start putting some effort into building up a more robust town social media presence in terms of getting information out there, engaging with the community.
And what platforms will we be on besides Facebook?
So we definitely will be on Facebook, potentially Instagram if we start doing more photo pieces. We are moving to some more Google-based environments in the near future, and potentially we'll have some YouTube presence coming. I know again the fire department and police department are using that to an extent now. We are experimenting potentially looking at like a blue sky a type of platform. I know the city of Boston and some other government agencies are starting to use that as a platform. And really, I think that will be an evolving conversation with the new position and the town as we start to be more active on social media. So I'd like to touch on just a couple of other features on the website that we want to encourage people to take advantage of. So again, on the Connect page, there's this option. So if you haven't already, the town also has emergency alerts that we use the system for. So if you can please make sure you're signed up to take advantage of the emergency alerts system. On the site itself, the belmont-ma.gov, you can create basically an account with your email address. That will allow you to manage some of your experience and your subscriptions. So on our subscriber page or on our Notify Me page, you can sign up to get notified, for example, whenever an agenda or minutes are posted for committees. You can sign up to receive general notifications, now job descriptions, and this will continue, these offerings will continue to grow. So we definitely want to make sure people can take advantage of that. There are also calendar, iCalendar, RSS, and other ways to sort of subscribe and have more of the website information get pushed to you. But to definitely make sure you're signed up for emergency alerts and look at the news and announcements so that you stay in the know as more information is posted to the website.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Chris. It's been great having you on, and I think we got a nice tour of this new website.
We do have planned an ongoing series with Belmont Media to start coming into the studio and doing a series of Did You Know shorts on the website just to bring attention to some of the new functionality and new features as they're rolled out. And also, as we start to get more feedback on the website, making sure that we're communicating, right, improvements, changes, some, frequently asked questions to keep an ongoing dialogue going. So stay tuned for that series in the near future.
Absolutely. Glad that we could be part of that. Thank you again, Chris, for coming on. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. This is News Now. Until next time.